Thank you, Peter, for the introduction, and I'm super happy to be here. I would have loved to be there in person in Brisbane. I hope everyone is safe. But this is a very special webinar here, and then a special occasion to talk to the Australian audience. And so my name is Gerd Weiser. I'm the head of the product team for Test Cloud and Agentic testing here at UiPath. I'll start this off real quick with a few fast facts so that you get an overview of what UiPath is and where we are with our testing offering. Let me quickly look back 5.5 years ago. I joined UiPath actually with my team here, and we started to embark on building a test offering, which is called a test suite. In the early days of the test suite offering, we actually realized that a lot of our customers feel a strong need for testing and test automation. So this offering has been one of the most successful growth products that we have in UiPath, and you will hear some exciting news later today from me. Now, what is Test Suite and Test Cloud? It is a full-fledged testing offering. We just in February now released our performance testing capabilities into private preview. So if you're interested in joining, then please reach out to us and we can include you into this program. In the meantime, in the last 5 years, we've got over 3,000 happy customers who are using our testing capabilities across any kind of application, any kind of industry that you can imagine. It's very much very fast growing and expanding. And one of the reasons why it is so successful is because we have achieved some significant savings for our customers. So if you're familiar with this chart, you might understand that roughly 30% of a CIO budget is being spent on actually testing activities. And this is really important because quality assurance and testing is important in software development. But with UiPath and our capabilities, we are able to cut this in half. And we are able to give our customers back 15% of their IT spending to focus on some of the innovations. And as we all know, with GenAI and all the AI advances, there is a lot of innovation that everyone needs to be prepared for. So that's very much appreciated by our customers. Now, one of the major advantages of UiPath, I would say, is that we are the only automation platform that serves the entire enterprise. So if you look at modern enterprises, they all embarked on some automation activities in all of the different areas. So on the business side, you might find there's some business automation like RPA going on. The IT departments are certainly automating. And of course, the application development departments are doing the test automation. UiPath is the only platform that can actually enable you to create automations and share these assets in a version controlled way, which actually allows for some extremely beneficial synergies. And some of these synergies actually are mentioned in this IDC report that you can download on our website. And in this IDC study, IDC talked to 20 of our customers and discussed what kind of savings and benefits they have achieved. And you will hear about savings and a 3-year return on investment, for example, of over 529%, which is fairly significant in this industry. Now, I'm not talking about what we do really good and where we are very strong, like our open platform and the production grade orchestration. In this webinar, I really would like to focus on what makes us unique and what the future brings. And that really segues me into the agentic testing space. So let's go there and talk about what agentic testing means for UiPath and what it actually could mean for you in the testing world. Now, usually I talk about my past career, right? So I've been in testing for 26 years now. And the life of a tester is actually a tough life. It's hard to focus on the right things, right? You never know if you tested the right parts of a software component. You never know if you spent enough time. You will never have the time you need to finish your job completely. you will never have the resources actually to finish. And still, you're perceived as slowing everything down, and you are still perceived as consuming way too much of the budget. Now with Gen AI, all the developers are using tools like a Copilot, right? And cranking out more code even faster than before. This is a very tough situation for the testers and for the QA organizations. And we believe that the only way how you can actually overcome this and solve this and become the hero again is by actually embarking on agentic testing. And with agentic testing, this picture makes a little fun of it. It's not like 007 agentic testing, but it's actually helpers that will support you in ways that you probably cannot even imagine right now. And these helpers, these resources will be readily available for you when you are embarking on our agentic testing journey. Now, agentic testing, let's get back to what this is for a second. Very often we use the analogy of the left brain and the right brain. The left brain is what we know, right? It's rule-based. It has been around for a very long time. Some customers are very successful with automation, rule-based automation, especially in regression scenarios. But in many other situations, the rule-based system was not sufficient, it was not enough. On the new agentic way, you will see that you will use actually Gen AI and other AI capabilities to solve complex tasks. And that means that they are able to actually make decisions, that they are able to actually drive results without human involvement. And that's a very, very powerful step. Now, please, before we continue, this doesn't mean that they will take our jobs, right? It actually means that they will support us and will make us much more efficient and stronger in what we're doing in software testing. Now, when you look at the spectrum of the agentic testing effort and in general the agentic movement, you will see that there's a whole spectrum, right? So on the far left side, you see the rule-based entities which still have their place. And then you will see more or less more and more agentic activities and decision-making to the far right, where you would see an autonomous or a human-like behavior. Now, are we there? Are we on the right side or are we on the left side? I would say we're somewhere in between on this spectrum at the moment. The biggest success that we've seen is with agents that are actually able to fulfill certain tasks which have a very focused scope and deliver very reliable and strong results. The more generic the agents are, usually, the less efficient and the less strong are the results that they're delivering. But I believe in the long run, we will actually converge and see more and more autonomous activities coming on the horizon. Now, how do we deliver this to our customers? So we look at this as we have two kinds of agents. One is the out-of-the-box agent. That is what is known as Autopilot for Tester. We've been adding capabilities for the last 12 months, and it actually has been heavily used by our customers. It's the most successful autopilot in UiPath. On the other hand, we also provide now custom agents. And with that, we allow and we enable our customers actually to build agents on their own. That means you will be able to actually create agents that will do tasks for you. And when you look at what the out-of-the-box agents are capable of doing, there's a lot of things that they're already doing. In the first wave, we focused on generating, for example, test cases, automating test cases, validating requirements. Then we also kept adding capabilities to, for example, maintain test case portfolios and maintain automations, maintain them in the case of change, which always happens. And then we also added a self-healing automation and other capabilities in this. We will continue to add more and more capabilities here, and you will see this in a quick demo that Lev will show in a few seconds. On the agent building or agent builder side, I'd like to mention a few things. What is an agent? right? An agent will communicate with a large language model, which means there will be some prompts that will be in natural language. The biggest advantage on this is that even for users that are not very technical, users that are not able to write SQL statements, for example, will be able to actually query databases and retrieve data records and so forth. We provide the context within the agent. Context is very critical for the quality of the outcome in Gen AI technology and in agent as well. We provide context grounding RAG technology where you can actually provide all the relevant enterprise information that the agents need to know. Then the next group is the tools. And I'd like to highlight the tools because this component is extremely important. An agent without tools is not able to do anything. So the tools are actually the capabilities to take action, to execute something, to log into a system, to use an API, to actually retrieve data from another system. And these tools are critical in the success of your agent development. From UiPath, you will get a huge set of tools delivered out of the box. With integration service, you can literally connect to any of the business applications that you will find in your enterprise. You will also be able to, for example, include automations and other components. Even other agents can be used as tools. And last but not least, the escalations. And I think it's important because the agents are not replacing humans. They are helping, and we put them in front of a human to do a task. But in any situation where the agent is not able to fulfill that task, it can escalate to the human. We call this concept from an RPA perspective, the human in the loop, which is something that we have a lot of experience with, right? So, but always remember, if an agent is not able to finish a task, it can alert a human and ask for further input in this sense. Now, to give you some examples, and we created some hackathons and worked with partners on creating all kinds of different agents. And when you look at all these ideas, you will see this is simply the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be so many more ideas and agents coming that we are able to share, actually. So you will be able to share templates for agents and the agents themselves on a marketplace with partners, with customers, to actually benefit from that. I'd like to pick one agent here real quick because that's something which I found extremely valuable. It's the data retriever agent. And the data retriever agent solves a simple problem. For every test case that you want to execute, and it doesn't matter if it's manual test case or if it's an automated test case, you need to have test data at hand to run this test case. And this depends on what system you're using. If you're using an SAP system, for example, it can become quite complex, and a lot of effort is spent on creating test data. This data retrieval agent, for example, can be set up to go to any SAP system and identify orders that you then can send through an order to cash test that you want to run on your system. But before I spend too much time here talking about it, I think it's better to give you a chance to take a look at this. And I'm asking Lev, actually, from my team, to give you a quick overview of what this agent builder can do for you. Lev, please show us what you can do.
Yes, sure. Hi, everyone. And yes, happy to show you how it works, how it behaves. I'm a product manager for our testing offering. And here you see, I am in Agent Builder. From top of the screen, actually, you see that there is some ready to go pre-built templates, most popular templates, if you like. And today I would like to guide you through how to build an agent. In our case, let's focus on data retriever agent, which is going to help me to find out the test data for my exploratory testing. So let's go in. I'm inside. So the first what you see, and a lot of questions are coming from this area is, hey, can we use our own models? Maybe we want to use a different model. So here you have a chance to select the model which will fit your need. So it could be GPT, cloud, bring your own model. So this is just a quick start. And here you go. So the agent has a task, yeah, has a goal, has a purpose. And this agent is about to help me to find the relevant test data. So here you see on the right side the query. I want to actually to find a male customer in Spain older than 35 with only one loan of 50 to 75K. For this purpose, I'm going to ask agent to help me to navigate through my systems. Agent should be able actually to translate my natural language request into SQL query, yeah, perform some task and give me an answer. So here is a prompt where you're going to specify what you're looking for. And for this to be able to accomplish, you would need to have a set of tools. In my case, I have here two different tools. One tool is a query translator, yeah, which is going to translate my query into SQL statement. And the second tool is actually processor itself, which is going through all kind of my systems to find out what I'm looking for. You have a chance also to add an additional tools, for example, an activity, which are coming once more out of the box, out of UiPath. So here, for example, some kind of Slack, OneDrive, and other technology, you are able to use your current processes you have built before to support you with this tool exercise. And also, there is a possibility to agent to work with other agent. Yeah, so you are able to add additional agents in the tools. So once you're done, it looks good. I would say as of now, let's run this query and see how it behaves. So I'm going to hit button run. It will take a couple of seconds. So now my query is translated. Now the data are going to be searched. And once it's accomplished, I here see the results. Let's open it. And here we see we were able to find, or agent was able to find for me, Carlos Martinez, and which correspond to my request. So, and here when I look at this, and for you who has experience in playing around with ChatGPT on all kind of LLMs, very important how precise is your prompt, how good you are. And here we are providing you a guidance with a health score. Let's navigate there to help you to create the right agent, to help you to create a precise request, yeah. And here when we are going in prompt, we are going to do an evaluation of work you did, yeah, to find out if it's the right one. So here in my example, I have here clarity, it's great, completeness, all good. But then demos, I have not specified any examples, yeah. So chain of thoughts, yeah, this could be improved. And additional to this, we are not just giving you like an hints what could be improved, but we are also giving you an actions, what can be improved exactly with a set of recommendations. So here, for example, missing clear in structure for tool usage sequence, yeah, how you can improve it, is this high? So this will help you to be precise. This will help you to build great agents. So if I'm going to the prompt, yeah, here once more, you see my current prompt could be improved, and UiPath is going to give you a suggestion how you can improve your prompt. Yeah, this all will lead to high quality agents. So, okay, great. I'm here, and this is a place where you're building your agents, but this is not the place where you're going to use your agent. Yeah, so once your agent is done, once you are happy, you may want to navigate actually here to UiPath Assistant and use it right away from Assistant. So here you see I'm asking Autopilot, hey, can you help me to find my test data? Yes, of course, and there is an agent available. In our case, we are speaking about testing, and our starting point is actually to navigate into UiPath Test Manager. Here on the left side, you are able to find the prompt autopilot functionality. You say, yes, let me speak to you, dear autopilot. So what would you like to do today? In my case, I would like actually, I'm currently testing my UI Bank application, and I would like to find the right test data. Can you help me? Yeah, this is my question. In this moment, I'm going to hit enter. Autopilot is going to proceed. Autopilot is going to realize there is an agent available for this task, for this purpose, and asking me, hey, define your query, define your question. Tell me what you want to find today. So in my case, I'm going to look and search for a male customer in Spain. As you have seen before, I'm hitting button search. Within a couple of seconds, the data will be the search will be completed. I can see the results, and guess what? Here you see our friend Carlos Martinez. So it's here. This was like a simple example how to start working with an agent. I would say let's go further and let's navigate deeper. Actually, I need to find all requirements newly added to my last sprint, which are assigned to me to generate automated test cases. This is a much bigger task. This is not just to create a test data. This is where the whole testing process is starting. So here's the question. Can you help me, Autopilot? In this moment, you see that Autopilot is going to proceed my query, my question, and this is very, very complex task actually, yeah? And suggestion is here to make it more manageable, to divide it in subtasks. So first would be find all newly created requirements, yeah? Second would be generate manual test cases, and then in the last step, we are going to automate such test cases. So are you ready to proceed? Tell me more. Which was your last sprint? So in my case, so please fetch the most recent sprint, which was in my case S152. I'm hitting enter. In this moment, Autopilot is going to fetch the requirements, going to find the right one, and display to me saying, hey, this is a list of requirements which is assigned to you. So here you see upload loan, assign loan request, calculate loan rate, 0 test cases, sprint 152. Where do you want to start? I would love to start actually with calculate loan rate. Let's type it. Let's start with a calculate loan rate. This would be the first requirements I want to cover. I'm going to proceed in this moment. And here you see how it works. Yes, this is a cooperation autopilot with agents. Yeah, so autopilot was able to realize there is a test generation agent. Yeah, so do you want to create a test case? Yes, sure, this is an agent I want to use. Let's generate a test case. In this moment, autopilot is going to ask you 2 questions. Yeah, question number 1, do you have any additional documents you want me, dear user, dear customer, yeah, to consider during the creation of test case? Yeah, it could be, in my case, I'm going to select a wireframe mockup. Yeah, I have here an application map. You may have some kind of additional documents from business analyst, some Excel files. You say, okay, yeah, that's it. Let's continue. And the second question would be to provide an additional guidance, fine tuning. If you want to do it, you do it. If not, it's fine. So in my case, let me type, hey, just generate the top 5 straight through test cases. I do not need to focus on edge cases. This would be my like a quick sanity check. Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm going to proceed. Say, hey, now generate the test case. In this moment, autopilot is going to consider the information I gave him. Yeah, it's going to consider the requirements. It's going to consider additional documents. It's going to take into consideration your additional instructions in the prompt. And once it's done, you will see the list of suggested test cases. Yeah, here verify rate in mid-range loan, high income. If you're going to open it, you see step-by-step instructions. Navigate to this web page, click on apply for a loan button, enter the data, proceed. Yeah, so this is a step-by-step instruction. I'm actually happy with this. Let me select all of them and just create a test cases. In this moment, test case creation, manual test case creation is accomplished. Yeah, so here you see each test case got a unique ID. I have plenty of them, and autopilot is speaking with me, asking me, hey, what to do next? Do you want to automate them, suggesting and actions? Yes, sure. I want to start automation with the first one. In this moment, yeah, will do. Do you have a studio project for this? Actually, I have, but I want to automate this right away in Test Manager. So yes, I have, but I want to automate it right away in Test Manager. Can you do it for me? In this moment, yes, I can do it for you. And Autopilot is now asking me, where's your application under the test? Either I can indicate this on the screen, or I'm going just to type, hey, go to the web application page, uibank.com, find there and analyze what it would be. I'm confirming in this moment, Autopilot is going to investigate actually my application. Your Autopilot is going to find out which type of controls, what's available. And for this purpose, guess what? We are going to use test automation agent. And right away here, I'm going to see how test automation is happening. I can go into results, and here you see open. This is happening in background. This is a work of agent proceeding step by step, analyzing the application, finding the right buttons, the right drop downs, yeah, applying for a loan, entering some details. This all is a job of agent coming from my manual test case. Last step, click submit button. It may take some time until all steps are accomplished. When it's here, verification done, and that's great. Yeah, so my test case was just automated. Let me see here in tasks what I can do next. I can open this test case in Studio to verify how it behaves, how it looks like. But in my case, actually, I want just to run it. Yeah, I want to see how it behaves. So let us select the option run. In this moment, you see Autopilot is going to initialize test execution and start automating right away the test case, navigating into my application, selecting the right buttons, and proceed, entering the right data, go, go, go. Once it's accomplished, I will get a notification, hey, test run has completed. Great, what you want to do next? And this was a short demo how Autopilot and Agentic testing and agents can work together. With this, Gerd, back to you.
Thank you, Lev, for this demo. I'm super excited seeing this new capabilities that we have. Let me share back to my previous presentation. So this is what the future will look like of testing, and I think it's actually pretty exciting because it's so interactive. And when we talk about future, sometimes it sounds like it's not there yet, right? But we have customers already using this for over 9 months now. And I'm just adding one quote here, actually, from one of our customers in the US from Cisco. And they, because of using Autopilot and our GenAI capabilities, they were able to eliminate 50% of the manual testing effort. And that's a significant savings that they actually were able by simply applying our out-of-the-box agents in their environment. I personally think that agentic testing will change the way how we do testing in the future. Now, before I end this webinar here, or hand it over back to Lev, and he will take us through some of the SCP agentic testing capabilities, I'd like to give you a sneak peek here about something which is about to be launched in about 2 weeks from now. And this is a very exclusive sneak peek for the Australian audience. And I would like to introduce Test Cloud to you. What is Test Cloud? Test Cloud is a 100% tailored offering for our customers who are doing application testing. It will actually establish UiPath as a major testing vendor, and it will enable us to lead the agentic testing category, which we believe is the future of testing. We just internally launched this literally like 2 weeks ago during some of our sales kickoff activities. You will hear more about this when you join our earnings call on March 13th. And after that, you will see press releases and articles coming out about this. Now, let me give you a quick sneak peek on what it is. You will have a dedicated cloud environment. You can recognize here on the upper left-hand side, the Test Cloud logo. You will have on the left side the navigation tailored with all the services and functionality that you need for your testing capabilities, like integration service, test data service, and so forth. You will have information displayed by a banner, which is relevant for your testing job. You will have all your main test manager projects in here, bookmarked and everything. And you will have popular templates and agents in here. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all the creative ideas that our customers and partners will have when they start building the agents that will actually make the tester life much easier in the future. Now, in order to get you started with this, and this is something that we at UiPath value very much, is we would like to get our customers successful and to receive the value that these offerings can actually generate. We provide services for you that give you a quick start. In this case, you see the Agentic testing quick start that will help you actually to get up and running in a 3 weeks time frame with some services where you will set some goals, you will create some test case design, you will develop some test cases, and you will be able to actually build agents on your own that will make your life much easier. Now, with this, I would like to thank you for your attention, and I'd like to hand it back to Lev again, who's now going to wrap this call up with an overview of what agentic SCP testing means for UiPath. Lev, please.
Great. Thank you very much, Gerd. So, guys, I'm back with SAP topic, and yes, let us speak shortly about SAP, what's available, how it looks like. Before we start, let us answer one of the biggest questions I'm getting is where UiPath can be used in which kind of SAP implementations project, how you are supporting all of them. Yeah. So let us clarify what does it mean SAP implementations. So we have existing customers, new customers, right? And some of the customers are today, like a current system is SAP ECC, and they're moving to the upgrading SAP ECC, still want to stay in ECC. So here we are speaking actually about some kind of legacy migration from ECC to ECC. There are some customers today which are on SAP S4HANA, yeah, and they're deciding to actually to upgrade their version from last year, from 2 years ago. So here we are speaking actually also about migration. So it's from S4HANA to S4HANA. And there are customers which are thinking about like changing, transforming the business, transforming the way how they're operating. And here we are speaking actually about transformation, not a migration. And this goes actually together with a new customer approach, where during the transformation, you may think about different type of deployments, public, private, hybrid. And here we have two options. This is a move to SAP S4HANA Cloud Private Edition, or it could be a move to SAP S4HANA Cloud Public Edition. So here we are speaking about really and true transformation. And guess what? In all kind of such implementations, we can support you with UiPath Test Cloud. In each and every use case you see on the picture, we have a customers doing this with us. So this was the first approach, SAP implementation, different kinds. Then the topic is popping up is actually, hey, we are using SAP ASAP methodology. Yeah, this is like a methodology designed for on-prem implementation. Can you support us? What about SAP Activate? This is what SAP is using for their complex SAP transformations projects. As we discussed before, yeah, this is more like suited to the cloud world. What about we are working with our global system integrator who is responsible to run the whole project using their own methodology? Can you support us? And guess what? With UiPath Test Cloud, we can support you applying different SAP methodologies. And the last questions which is coming is all about SAP frameworks. So here once more, you go. There is SAP RISE, which is a movement actually to SAP S4HANA Cloud Private Edition. There is SAP Grow. Yeah, this is a public edition of SAP S4HANA Cloud. And guess what? Guess what? In both frameworks, testing is an essential part of the whole project. And I guess you know the answer, what you're going to see in a second. Yes, we are able to support you with UiPath Test Cloud. On top of this, we are providing you with an integration to typical SAP LM tools such as SAP Solution Manager and SAP Cloud LM. So this is just to set up the stage, just to answer the basic and main questions are coming where it could fit. When we are going to zoom in actually in transformation project, different phases, what are the typical testing activities within such projects? Yeah, and here we go. So first, we are going to speak, you are going to think about unit testing. Yeah, this is a test of specific functionality, specific configuration, yeah, like a small piece. Then we are speaking about business process testing. This goes end to end, business process within SAP. Yes, next level, next stage is integration testing, testing of end-to-end business processes, starting in SAP and going beyond. We can support you in each and every activity. Data migration testing, huge topic. Migration was accomplished. You want to validate, was it running well? Yeah. User acceptance test. Yes, sure. Super clear, I guess, for everyone. What about performance testing? Yes, it's here. We would be able to do a performance testing for you. And the last piece, once you are done with the project, once you're moving into operation mode, you're going to have a portfolio of your test cases. So here we are going to speak about regression testing. So all these components are coming together. Yeah. And this is where we can support you and accelerate your SAP projects. On this slide, the last piece I want to mention actually is that the whole solution is certified by SAP. Yeah, so you see here all kind of SAP logos. And what does it mean? You know, this is like actually like win-win for both of us. For me, I'm proud of it. I did it. For you, you're on safe side. We know exactly how to work with SAP. We know exactly how to automate SAP. And this was proven and validated by SAP itself. Yeah, so here you're on safe side using UiPath Test Cloud for your implementation projects. Okay, so, and all of this will lead actually to some significant benefits you may get. Yeah, reduce risks, increase speed, lower the costs. I guess we may have to spend next 2 hours actually speaking about all such benefits, but I would like actually to pause here this discussion and happy to continue if you are interested in. And now I would like actually to show you a bit more about product. Yeah, so here you see this is like an agile way of doing testing. Yeah, so here you see all kind of UiPath tools which are able to support you from planning, design, going into development, running up to execution. So we are set to help you with the whole testing project. If I continue, here you see once more what we have for you, what's available. This is the first starting point. It is UiPath heat map for SAP. This is a real-time user behavior data to make an informed decision about test case prioritization. And I guess, I hope you enjoyed the previous demo. Let me just go right away into live once more in Test Manager, and here to show you heat map. Heat map actually has a 2 dimensions. Dimension number 1, so let me go in material management, my favorite one. Dimension number 1 is a size of the box. The bigger box it is, the more relevant it is for testing. Size of the box is a test relevancy. The color of the box, this is a second dimension, is going to tell you if the execution was okay or if it's what red, yeah, some test cases were failing. And the most interesting part is actually such white boxes. When you look in material management and here you see a white box, it means this functionality is very well used. Yeah, this is like almost the second largest box in the whole material management world. But for this functionality, you do not have any test case available. This is a gap in your regression portfolio. And here you see in my demo environment, I have a lot of gaps. Yeah. And this is where you want to start your test automation journey. Focus on a big white boxes. In my case here, you see heat map is connected live to my SAP system. So the data are coming. You can have different filter last week, last month. Yeah. And here for the white box, actually, what to test, how to test it. I'm not sure. I do not have any test cases for this. And guess what? For this purpose, we can ask Autopilot for help. And you remember, you have seen this before. Autopilot is going to ask me two questions. Provide an additional documents. Do you have any? Yeah, so here I have business process, which is not actually to purchase order, it's sales order. No, I do not have nothing. Here, good thing is that you are able to use context grounding. You are able to use RAG to add an additional context, to add an additional information specific to your company, specific to your business processes. Yeah. So it's not just an autopilot, it's autopilot looking into your specific customer information using RAG context grounding. So in my case, I do not have any additional documents. I just want to generate a test cases for ME21 and create purchase order. In the second piece, let me select a pre-built prompt, yeah, to fine-tune focus on valid and realistic SAP scenarios. Once more, I don't care about edge cases. And in my case, I want to get top 5 most common used cases. In this moment, I'm going to hit button run. Yeah. So autopilot is get busy considering once more. I'm SAP S4HANA. I am SAP ECC. Yeah. Is going to consider if it is SAP GUI transaction or it is SAP Fiori application. Yeah. So we are able to understand SAP Fiori application, SAP web applications. Yeah. And within, I think it was like 30 seconds. Yeah. You will get an suggestion how to test purchase order. And here you see once more step-by-step guidance. Go to SAP, open transaction, navigate to the right tab, enter the right information, order type, company code, and so on. So here you can navigate. And the good thing about this, the beauty of this autopilot test case generation is that you will get much broader scope. Yeah, as a business user, subject matter of expert, I'm always doing the same stuff, creation of standard order. But here, maybe creative is a different vendors, different materials. What about different quantity, purchase groups? Is open my mind thinking about what else can be tested. So yeah, happy me. Let me select a few of them, saying, yeah, that's exactly the test case I want to create. In this moment, test cases are created. Here you see it's assigned. Heat map is going to be refreshed. And in this moment, when I'm going back, you see it becomes gray. So it means test case available, not executed yet. So this is a heat map to answer two main questions: what to test and where to start testing based on real user data, not anymore business analyst anecdotal feedbacks. Yeah, this is a real connect to your system. And I guess that's it. All good, happy me, but happy me just for next 2 weeks. My SAP is changing, and here we have a ability, we have a product to able to analyze your changes. This is a change impact analysis. Here you see once more, I'm connected to my SAP. I see a set of SAP transports and I want to analyze them. In this second, change impact analysis is going to happen. And here you will see almost the same heat map with a different overlay. And when I'm navigating in sales and distribution, you see whatever is gray, I don't care. This functionality is not impacted. If it is blue, it means this functionality is impacted by the change and I have a corresponding test case. Yeah, all good. I'm going to run it. In case of red boxes, yeah, it means this functionality is impacted by the change, but I do not have a corresponding test case. I missed this. I was not aware that something is going to happen in this area. So for me, this is a warning. Hey, it's time to add a few more test cases. So here you can navigate, you can see what's happening. So in case of material management, actually, I'm good, I'm covered. Yeah, I have all test cases available. It's easier for me maybe to see it in this list view where I have a list of transactions and corresponding transports, which are guilty for this change, size of the box, test relevancy. And here you see for the test cases where I have a test case available, this is a fit, I'm going just to run it. In case I'm missing something, I was not aware that it's going to be impacted. Guess what? I'm going to ask an autopilot to generate a test case for me. Once I'm done, I'm going to execute it, and happy me. The changes within the sprint, within the development, were analyzed and were tested right. So, and with this, I'm coming actually back to this picture. As we discussed, heat map to do test case prioritization, change impact analysis to identify the most critical test cases impacted by the change, and all in a matter of seconds. You have seen this live. Click the button, get the results immediately now. Yeah. Once more covering SAP Fiori applications. You have seen once more live AI test case generation with help of autopilot. Do not forget RAG enabled. Context grounding is here for your specific use cases. And we are coming to the integration with SAP Cloud ALM. This is just a stop for a couple of seconds. Hey, if you are thinking about using SAP Cloud ALM for your implementations project, yes, you are here, we are here. We can support you with our test automation capabilities. It's completely integrated. A lot of questions once more coming about the use cases, where to test, what are the limitations. So here there are no borders, there are no limitations. We can support you with the testing across SAP and beyond. As of today, supporting more than 190 different technologies. Yeah. Once more, you see the bottom banner telling you this whole solution is SAP certified. If you may think one day about SAP automation on macOS, guess what? Full support. Yeah. So if we can go over UI automation GUI for Java. Yeah. You can automate SAP Apple Safari browser, API automation. Yes, covered. The whole SAP family of apps is here. Yeah. So if you would think one day about this, it's available. Performance testing. Yeah. A lot of questions are coming. Hey, we are moving to SAP S/4HANA. Can you help us with the performance testing? Yes, guys, this is what we are going to offer you, performance testing for SAP S/4HANA. And I guess with this, we are coming actually to the final picture of UiPath product overview for SAP. As you have seen, automation across all kinds of technologies, integration with SAP Solution Manager, Cloud LM. And then you're going to ask me, hey, what about Jira? What about ServiceNow? Azure DevOps? Yes, sure. Support of other LM platforms, 60 plus. Yeah. In the area of discovery, you have seen once more heat map to discover what need to be tested, topic of performance testing, how my system is behaving. Yeah. So in the area of discovery. And the last piece is actually here, agentic SAP testing. This is what we are speaking about today. And for this purpose, let me actually navigate to the next picture. And sorry, one stop before we go to speak about agentic. You have seen this slide before showing from Geert. This is UiPath Test Cloud covering all your needs, even speaking today about SAP automation. Yeah. Do not forget manual testing, relevant for SAP, test data management, relevant for SAP, requirements management, yes, for SAP. So whatever you know about UiPath Test Cloud and whatever you're going to learn about UiPath Test Cloud is applicable for SAP world. And now let's move to Agentic SAP Dream. So, Gert, I do not have an agent here. I have a relaxed guy because agents are going to do the job. And as you have seen before, Autopilot is a collection of all possible AI capabilities actually assisting SAP testers. Yeah, you have seen in my demo, search project in natural language. Yeah, give me all requirements from sprint 152. Yeah, in my case, it was SAP sprint. Yeah, generate requirements, generate test cases, find out the gaps, generate test case data for me. Yeah, so all these pieces, once more, are relevant for SAP world, are coming out of the box from UiPath. And on top of this, when we are speaking agentic, what we are working right now on is a set of SAP agents. The famous one, and once more, you have seen a short demo today of data retrieval agent. This is super relevant for SAP. Yeah, so here we are thinking about SAP test data validation agents actually to support your UAT cycles, yeah, where agent would be able to go to SAP, grab the data and give a user that they can perform UATs, yeah. we are speaking here about SAP release update agents. SAP is releasing new software, new version of SAP. Agent is going to consolidate all kind of information and give you an idea where to put the focus of your testing, give you a prediction what can go wrong, yeah, based on the new SAP notes and SAP changes, SAP release agent. Maybe a good one would be SAP heat map analysis agent. Once more, you have seen this today, like a couple minutes ago, doing me this analysis. Yeah, like I was performing this task. I open a heat map. I was considering, hey, material management. Should I go in this direction? Should I test this transaction? This is today. Tomorrow, SAP Heatmap agent is going to analyze this for you, is going to find the right transaction, is going to define the right test cases, is going to run it, and you will get the results. Yeah. So these are the topics where agent is going to simplify my life as a tester to support you with such activities. Yeah. SAP Test Data Management Agent, once more, it's again here. So this is our SAP Agentic offering on top of our autopilot capabilities for AI. And with this, actually, happy test automation, and we are coming right away to Q&A session. So feel free to ask your questions, put it in a QA, and we are going to answer them live.
Yeah, Gerd and Lev, thank you so much. That was a lot of content to cover in the space of an hour, all pretty exciting. So hopefully the people on the call have found that useful, and will be in touch with us to get more information. We do have a few questions, so let me just run through them quickly. So the first question was referring back to Gerd's initial slides around the integration of the Agentic platform into other applications. So the question was, would this integrate to user stories that were stored in other applications?
Yes, and I mean that's a good question, right? So we've always said that we have an open platform, and we understand that integrations are essential in testing. So we provide connections to, I think it's 48 or 49 different ALM tools that our customers can actually integrate and any user stories and whatever they need for the testing purpose to actually do the testing. So the answer, Peter, is yes.
Excellent. And then the second one in a similar vein is regarding the data retriever agent. Is it possible to connect it to different types of backend data structures? Databases, Oracle DB2, MongoDB, data lakes, etc., etc.
Yeah, I can also take this. So the answer is yes. Like I mentioned in the slide about agents, right? The different components. One of the components is the tools, and the tools make, I think, the real difference whether agents will be powerful or not. And UiPath has the strongest toolkit, if you want to say it this way. So we provide, for example, integration services that enables customers to connect to literally any business system out there. We even allow to build custom connections to any other systems or databases. So I think really to highlight this again, the tools would make what make the agents powerful, and in this case, UiPath delivers the strongest toolkit for the agents.
Excellent. Third question, more around the use of agents this time. So is using agents safe, and am I able to use my own AI models with the Agent Builder platform?
And I can take this too. I just wanted to give Lev a chance to chime in here. So that's one of the first questions we received from the beginning when we actually embarked on implementing GenAI technologies in our tooling. And as UiPath is serving enterprise customers in all kinds of different industries that have regulations, compliance requirements, up to like government agencies that have requirements to run in air-gapped environments. The answer is yes. So we have to make it safe, right, for our customers, and we feel the responsibility here. We support almost any large language model, but we also give our customers the opportunity to bring their own language models that they would like to use. So it's one of our top priorities actually to keep the usage of any Gen AI or AI technology safe in the context of our tooling.
Excellent. Another question. This is more of a use case question. So every Monday morning, we're sending out reports and status updates to a wide variety of business stakeholders. Is it possible to create an agent that would automate that task?
Okay, let me grab this one, Gerd.
Sure.
Yeah, so this is a really nice question. This is exactly what I have shown you. Yeah. So agent is here to help you with such like a boring tasks. Yeah. Where you have to perform a set of activities, and this is a perfect example. This is exactly where agent is going to consolidate your reports, is going to understand what has happened during the last execution, is going to put everything together, send it to your stakeholders, send it to your managers. Yeah. And this is possible today. Yeah. With an agent builder. Yeah. You have a specific set of tools, as I have mentioned. Yeah. Maybe you do not want to send it anymore per email. You would like to put it right away into your Slack channel. Yes, speaking with your colleagues. So here you have a full set of capabilities, and do not forget, we have this health score, yeah, where we are going to help you to build such agents that it's going to correspond your needs. Yeah, you're going to start your prompting. We are going to guide you what could be better. We have a set of tools to integrate, to connect. Yeah, and this is a perfect example. Thank you very much for this question.
Excellent. Yeah, great question.
And I would, Peter, I would like to add something to this. Especially for the audience here, I'm looking forward to all the creative ideas that our customers and partners will have in finding use cases and building agents that make their life easier. I think we should have a competition on this, because I think that's such an exciting part for us to have all these agents and these agent ideas being published and being shared, which will make the tester life really much easier.
Yeah, I agree. It's excellent. Now, one final question before we wrap up. What support do we offer for the testing of analytic and reporting applications? I don't know who wants to take that one.
I wanted to leave it for Lev.
Okay, yeah, sure. So yeah, this was I was like, who is going to grab it? Yes. So the answer is yes, as I have mentioned before. Yeah, we can perform the testing. Yeah. So this, I would say, in this kind of question, I would go back to the use case. Yeah, what you would like to test. Yeah, what kind of application it is. Yeah. Are we testing on comparison of kind of data? Yeah. So what is it behind? So in general speaking, I do not see any limitation why we would not be able to perform such testing activities.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you, Gerd and Lev, for your time. There was a lot of content to get through. Obviously, you're definite subject matter experts. For the audience, we are available to answer questions. Gerd and Lev are available to get involved with you and your teams. If you want to do deep dives, we have a wide variety of resources in-house, and our partners are ramping up on this thing. So please reach out to us if it's of interest. We're very keen to get our customers on board and be leading the agentic testing charge globally in ANZ. So once again, thank you for joining. Stay safe for the people up in Queensland. And Gerd and Lev, thanks once again, and we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.